Hey guys, it's your girl Lashes Tony XO. What's up? I've got a little fun video for you guys. It's gonna be like a little short video, but instead of doing a first impression video on this foundation, which I'm gonna be talking about in a second, but instead of doing a first impression, I wanted to do like a pro and con video because I've actually worn this foundation for a few days now. I've played with it. I know it works good with it. I know how it sits on the skin. I have a lot to say about this foundation. Um, so, if you bear with me, I would like to discuss the new Milani right here. The Milani Conceal+Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation plus Concealer. Now, let's just talk about the bottle because I don't think I talked about the bottle in my drugstore haul. Okay, let's talk about the bottle. The bottle is glass, which I don't have a problem with because I don't carry my foundation in my purse. But if you are traveling, this is something to consider. You might want to wrap it up tight. You might not want to bring this particular one. It is glass, so that could be a con. So, like I said, I'm going to go over the pros and cons about this foundation, what I like, what I didn't like about the foundation. So, maybe the glass bottle could be a con, but it really doesn't bother me that it's glass. I think it makes it look more expensive, actually. And like I said, this is drugstore foundation. Let me talk about the packaging. The packaging is definitely a pro. Because when I take this off, it has a pump. A drugstore foundation that has a pump. Can I get a what? Look at this, guys. This right here is awesome sauce. I love the fact that they made this foundation with a pump. They finally listened to us drugstore girls about foundation. This is definitely a pro for me. I think if it didn't have the pump, I'm not going to tell you my verdict on it just yet, but if it didn't have a pump, that usually makes a difference with me. I really like foundations with pumps or either stick foundations. I like things that are simple and easy because when I get ready in the morning, who has time to like goop out stuff and all that crap? Not me. I don't have time because I'm always running late, okay? So anyway, I really love that it has a pump. So that is definitely a pro. Now, there is a con that I want to talk about that it may be a ride or die for some of you guys, but it wasn't for me. This foundation does not have a lot of colors. So when you're going to find your color, I will let you know, okay, you see the color of my skin, okay? I'm not the fairest person in the world, but I usually tend to buy a foundation with like beige in the name is what I just grab. I never grab anything that says ivory or anything like that. I guess I feel like I'm light enough, so I want color into my skin. So I usually find a foundation that says beige or whatever in it like that. The colors in this line are so not good, so vague, and there's like, I believe I saw 6 colors. If I'm not mistaken, there were only like 6 colors at my local Walgreens. Now there might be more, maybe at a bigger store. We have, like small town grocery store, small town drugstore. We had like 6 colors. 02 is what I picked up, which, I don't know if you can see that, but it's called Natural. At my Walgreens, they were out of 01. 01 is the lightest shade that you can get. Now, yes, I'm wearing these crazy sleeve shirts, but I'm going to show you how dark 02 is. I'm actually wearing it today. if you see. I'm wearing 02 today. I'm wearing this foundation today. So if you like my foundation, that's what I'm wearing. But like I said, this is 02, and I want to show you the color of it. There is a color difference between my skin color and this foundation color. Okay, so this is what I did. I had to mix one of those liquids that lightens up your foundation to do this, because otherwise it would be too orangey for my skin tone. So I put a lighter color and then I mixed it in, and then it was the perfect shade for my skin. So you're really gonna have to, I would say if you're fairer than I am, go with the 01. Or you can try 02, but you're gonna have to lighten it up. All the other shades are darker, so I don't really know. You're just gonna have to like maybe buy 2 colors, mix and match, whatever with it, see how it goes. But that's the color 02 is. So this is the second to lightest color, and you can see that I'm pretty fair skinned. I do bronze, like I told you before, my décolleté. I put bronzer on my face. So my neck and my face is always darker than my actual skin color. And I usually do like a all over bronze, but I'm out of it. So that's why I don't have it on today. So this is my natural color, pretty fair. So if you're, like if you think this might be too dark for you, I would go with the 01. But like I said, my store was out of 01. And I didn't feel like driving an hour away or whatever to find 01. So I picked up 02. And like I said, it works for me. I just have to add a lighter pigment or a lighter foundation or something in to mix it. And then it balances out my skin with the bronzer and everything. It looks great. Okay, so that is another con I have to say about the foundation, is they don't have a great range of shade colors. So like I said, you really need to buy 2 to kind of play with it. But it is affordable. It is drugstore, so it gives you a little leeway there with the affordability. Also, I got mine. Walgreens was having a deal, so actually it was buy one get one half off. So I ended up getting 2. Now, if they had 01, obviously I would have bought 01 and 02, and I could have mixed and played with the foundations. But they didn't have that, so I got 2 of the 02s. Again, that color is natural. So those are some of the cons. Let's go to the pros of this foundation. Okay. I've had this foundation on for all day long. Let's see, I put it on around lunchtime. And let me see, what time is it? I'm going to show you on my phone what time it is. If you can see. It is 8 p.m. at night. And I put this foundation on, like I said, about 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, around that time, around lunchtime. And as you can see, my foundation is still going strong. So, and I also will say this is totally full coverage. You do not have to use a concealer. That's why it says right here, 2-in-1 foundation plus concealer. That is 100% true. So that is a pro. You do not have to use concealer. I do brighten up under the eye with a lighter, just a lighter concealer, just because I prefer that look. You don't have to do that though. This is a full cover foundation. So if you have a blemish, if you have dark circles, if you have anything that you need to cover, you do not have to have an extra concealer. So that is definitely a pro, I would say. So definitely a great thing about this foundation. The price is great. Having a pump is great. The way that it is a long-lasting foundation. I would say, to me, I mean, on the back of it, it says this is water resistant and sweat proof and long wearing and lightweight with full coverage. All that is 100% true. I would say this would be a great summer foundation. Not only, like I said, it's going to be sweat proof. I have oily skin. I powdered once today. I powdered my T-zone once today. And it looks pretty freaking good to have my foundation on all day. Normally, I would be like an oily mess, like especially around here and here. This right here is like my worst area. There you go on that. So that's definitely a pro. This stuff lasts a very long time. I would say if you're an oily girl, get on the bandwagon with this. It is awesome foundation. If you have drier skin, I would say you can still use it, but what I would do is I would put maybe a moisturizer on before you put this on, like a primer, or with like hydration or a moisturizer. Even put oil, a little couple of drops of oil into the foundation if you have dry skin. That's what I would recommend. Now, like I said, I'm oily to combo, so I stay away from oil as much as possible. So if you're an oily girl, this is going to be a perfect foundation for you. You're gonna love it. You're gonna put it on when you go to work or even play, and you're probably gonna touch up your makeup one time the whole day. And then maybe if you're going out after work or after whatever, you might want to bring blotting tissues, or I would recommend a powder if you're going to go out later on that night, and just dab some powder on your face and you're going to be good to go. I think this would probably last, I would say at least 12 hours. I would give it at least 12 hours. I mean, it doesn't say on here a number. It just says long wearing. But, I mean, I would put this up there with the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I actually think it's better than the Estee Lauder Double Wear because the Estee Lauder Double Wear, I cannot say that. Okay. You have to work with that pretty fast because it dries so fast. This is a pretty light, creamy, like you saw when I put that on my hand, and it's like pretty light and creamy, and I can still smear it and blend it into my hand. So I would definitely say this is better than the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and that is saying a lot because that foundation gets hyped up by celebrities, by makeup artists, by everybody because it lasts all day. And I have that. So I know I can compare it and I can say this is better than the Estee Lauder Double Wear. And it's so much cheaper. This is like $10. The other is like $35. So you're like saving so much money. I'm so happy that I found a foundation that I actually love from the drugstore because I am such a foundation like high-end girl that I never find a foundation that I actually love, and I actually really love this foundation. And I'm going to be doing a foundation favorites coming up, and I guarantee you this little mama will be in there because I love it that much. So I definitely want to give it I would give it an A freaking plus. Just because maybe, okay, I'll give it an A minus because of the shade range and because they don't have super light colors. You have to kind of mix and play with it. You know what I mean? Like if you had Cover FX drops, or if you have a lighter foundation that you can mix with it. But I'm telling you, this stuff is amazeballs. So I really didn't want to do a first impression. I wanted to wear it for several days and kind of get a feel of how I feel about the texture. It just glides on your skin, and I found the best way to apply this. I tried a brush, and I tried a beauty blender. I would recommend a beauty blender, okay? So, or you can use a Real Technique sponge. Just wet it, squeeze it out, and what I do is I I do like one pump on the back of my hand. I had my Cover FX drops in a lighter color so I can lighten up this color. Then I get my beauty blender and I dab my beauty blender on the back of my hand and just kind of blot it all over my face, and then I work the beauty blender in. And like I said, after I get through doing my foundation, I do just a little bit of a light concealer under the eye just because I like that brightness, but you don't have to do this because this is such a thick coverage, 100% full coverage, 100% full coverage. And it, like I said, it is nighttime now, and it's going on 8:30, and I've had this on all day. And it was very hot outside today. I would say it was about probably 70 degrees today, and I powdered once. So I would say this probably would last you all day long. And like I said, I mean, there's so many pros to this foundation, that being affordable. It's a 2-in-1. I would say this is 100 times better. If you liked the CoverGirl 2-in-1, this beats it hands down. This Milani Concealer plus Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer beats the CoverGirl 2-in-1, and I think it beats the Estee Lauder. I'm just going to throw that out there. So, that is the end of my review. I'm trying to think if I've told you about everything, but I'm pretty sure I did. I mean, if you have any questions, just feel free to comment below. Like I said, it's very cheap, very affordable. And, I mean, it's got a pump. That's amazing. You don't need concealer, like I said. That's amazing. I mean, because most foundations you need concealer. You do not need concealer with this. The only thing I do not like is the color range. Like I said, I had to play with it to get my color. Yeah, you're just going to have to really play with it and check different stores to find. If you're really fair, I would go with 01, and you might even have to add a lighter color to it. If you're dark, you might have to play with a couple of different colors. I don't really know what to tell you. I just kind of had to play with it. That is the only downfall, is the color range. Like I said, it lasts all day long. I blotted once. Everything it says on the back of the bottle is 100% true. Super lightweight. It just blended in like a dream. I used my beauty blender. I did not use a brush. I tried it with a brush, but I didn't like it with a brush. I prefer the beauty blender. I felt like it melted into the skin a lot better with the wetness of the beauty blender. And I think you should use a primer or a moisturizer before putting this on, and I think it would glide on better with the skin. Again, that is my review for this. I'm giving it an A or an A+. I think it's Amazing Balls foundation. I'm glad I found a drugstore foundation, because I tell you, I'm always paying at least $45 per foundation. So this is amazing. Yay. So anyway, I just want to say I love you guys to pieces, and I hope you have a great, great day, and you need to get you some of this Milani. I'm telling you, you will thank me. Leave a comment below if you have any questions about this foundation. Like I said, it's a great foundation. I put it up there with the Estee Lauder. It's like, it reminds me of a very high-end foundation. Great quality, great pigment, full coverage. Oily skin girls are going to love it. Combo skin girls are going to love it. I think even dry skin girls are going to love it. You add some oil to it, perfection. You're just going to have to work with your color. That's the only bad thing about this foundation. So, yeah. So, that's the end of my video. I hope you guys have a great, great day. And, yeah, if you like my foundation, my phone's ringing. If you like my foundation, give this video yeah. If you like my foundation and you like my review, give this video a thumbs up for me so I'll know. Comment below and let me know what you think of the foundation and if you have any questions about it. But I am wearing it, so yeah. And I will put the exact price when I edit the video. I will put the exact price because I don't have it with me. But like I said, it's drugstore price. It's super cheap, super affordable. And yeah, so love you guys to pieces. Bye, guys.